Staff Sergeant Michael Bachus is 22 years old. He's a drill instructor, the dreaded DI every Marine recruit must face. Sergeant Bachus has never seen combat. He's been a Marine only 5 years. Some say this post-war generation of DIs is a new breed, a more gentle breed. At first glance, that'd be hard to prove.
Hook your feet, take up the slack. Pull. Hook your feet. I just quit, right? He only got about 4 more feet. Get up there, Private.
Bachus says he became a Marine because he wanted to be one of the elite, and a drill instructor because that is the elite of the elite.
Keep going, Private. Don't stop, Williams. Keep going.
He speaks softly when he talks about the tough guy image of the DI.
Well, the image molded around the drill instructor seems to be that of exactly that, a badass. But it's just a touch of that, I might say, plus a lot of, well, to speak for all the drill instructors here in the depot, a lot of professionalism, a lot of the max in military bearing, a lot of dedication to work.
The recruits under Sergeant Bachus say he never asks them to do anything he can't do himself.
Get up the rope. Look here. Come
The
here.
problem is he can do a lot.
Another one, you understand? Yes, sir. I want you to show you how to do it. Yes, sir. One each hand.
Bachus has served in Tanzania and Belgium. He's gotten 2 meritorious promotions and graduated first in his DI class. He wants to keep climbing in the Corps.
The goal that I've set is to become an officer in the Marine Corps. I have high regard and a lot of respect for the officers of the Marine Corps, those that I've met, those that I've known. This seems like a much higher goal to reach toward from an enlisted rank.
As a DI, Bachus is always under inspection along with his recruits. Even the officers admit his is the toughest job in the Corps. DIs work a minimum 80-hour week, often 16 to 20 hours a day.
Where'd you mark your shirt this afternoon, Pride?
Band neckband, sir.
If his recruits make a mistake, Bachus can feel the pain.
488-3537, sir.
Gunnery Sergeant William Bennett knows him well as a fellow Marine and a friend.
Staff Sergeant Bachus is a very professional man. He's a very dedicated individual. There's some days, though, when he just doesn't want to quit and go home, take his pack off. And, several times he'll have to be told either by the series commander or myself, go home, take a day off, relax.
Bachus says the first lesson for the recruits is discipline, and not many of them have it when they come into the Corps.
Oh, certainly not. It's something that's not just picked up overnight. We've got 78 days of training here in recruit training in the schedule itself. And it takes just about that and a whole lot of cramming to get it all in there.
How do the recruits react to Marine Corps discipline and the way their DI instills it? With fear and admiration.
He's quite a man. I really respect him. I admire him a lot. I tried to pattern myself after him and what he does.
What did you think of him the first time you saw him?
I was afraid. I was ready to go home. I wanted to leave. He scared me at first.
Staff Sergeant Bachus picked you up in North Dakota, right?
Yes, sir.
What did you think of him the first time you saw him?
To be truthful, the first time I saw him, I wondered what I'd got myself into.
Tell the truth, I didn't know what I got myself into. It was a radical change.
You glad you got into it?
Yes, really. I'm really glad I got into it. It's something to be really proud of.
The drill instructor works toward one day, the day he no longer calls the men recruits and calls them Marines. It is graduation day. The 78 days of training are over. Sergeant Bachus is about to give his last command. Staff Sergeant Bachus had picked up his recruits in North Dakota, brought them to San Diego, and made them Marines. It's said in the Corps you can judge a DI by how many of those Marines shake his hand after it's all over. It seemed every one of them did.
Take care of yourself, Marine. Everything you've been taught now, Marine. Take care of yourself.
It is an emotional day for the new Marines and for the DI.
It's kind of a choked up feeling where all this time you're training and everything. You think you'd be glad to see them go, but you sort of do get attached to recruits in the platoon.
Thank you, sir.
Take care of yourself now.
Yes, sir.
Rick Davis, NBC News, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego.